for everybody in here, and uniform and veterans, thank you for your service. General, preservation of the force is one of the things that I really focus in on as a member of Congress. And it's not, if you kind of roll the tape back, it's not something necessarily the shooters necessarily concentrate on. I think it's more of the force that needs to apply that kind of those spaces to the special operations community. And we have subject matter experts in the special forces community. We have dietitians, nutritionists, we have exercise scientists, we have a myriad of professionals that outline everything for our operators. But yet, when this information is provided to those operators, they have to go out and buy those supplements and those nutrients and everything for that sustainment and that sustainment process. With their own money, and I wholeheartly now disagree with that. I think that should be something that is provided by the community. I'd like to get your thoughts on that and see and get your stance, because it's downstream that I'm also worried about. Once the operators they exit the military and they start the next chapter in their life, we want to make sure that they have the ability to move forward and they don't end up bald, broken with beards and.
Just say my name.
I had it.
Sir, I
don't want that on the record.
I don't want to look in that direction.
Yeah, okay. But you know where I'm kind of going. It's
yes, sir. Sir, thank you. I'll start with, I do want to thank this Congress and many who came before, those who come after, for the POTF program. That's huge. Inside of an organization that says people as our number one priority because they are a competitive and comparative advantage, and in plain language, they're the weapon system. And I think when you think about it that way, we look at it through the lens of human performance, vice maybe what standards would be elsewhere for just wellness. And I think when we go to human performance, you're alumni representative of what we do. It's a science-based approach to how we work out, which is very different than maybe 20, 30 years ago. Nutrition, absolutely, as you said, we know that's a key part. Sleep, it's everything. And we're blessed that that's part of our ecosystem. I think on the nutrition side, we do have the greatest nutritionists, dietitians. They come from the sports, the high-end athletic community, and they're taking it like tactical athletes that we are. I think in that point, they talk to us quite a bit about upping our game through either third-party certified supplements in a way that they can account for. We absolutely want to protect our force, put anything in the force that is at long-term endangerment. But these are assessed and checked. I think supplements, third-party certified, and sports foods, things that help continue to up the performance. Unlike what maybe our adversaries are doing when they're experimenting on each other and doing things that we absolutely would not do to any of our teammates. So I absolutely think that's something we need to consider, and we'll certainly look for your support on that.
Thank you. And so, Mr. Jenkins, when you're chatting with the Secretary of Defense, if you would be so kind to bring this point to him that, hey, this, and he knows this, I've had this conversation with him, but I want this to resonate not only from the committee but to the leadership and the DOD that this is an area that needs to be filled. This is a gap that we shouldn't have any longer.
Yeah, you bet. And as you know, our SecDef, our service members are his first priority. You see him doing PT with them. At every turn, he's engaging. So definitely that would be top of mind.
Okay. When it comes to preventive maintenance, and I like to focus in on traumatic brain injury, and I want to make sure that the forces are, you know, we're gifted, we're innovative, creative thinkers, and we adapt very well. I want to make sure that we're concentrating on things that we can carry with us on the battlefield for preventive maintenance, but post-blast, medical procedures, whether or not we're talking about blast packs, or I don't want that to kind of get back on its heels and stall out any. So I know that you and I have had this conversation quite a bit, but I need you to hear me say this, and you can respond to that if you like.
I want to give you a commitment right back. I appreciate you saying I want to double down. I would just pull a thread from the last conversation. I think some of these third-party supplements, and I probably don't know them by name, also have efficacy against TBI and other things that our nutritionists have looked at. So I think there's a thread to be pulled in there. I double down on my commitment to you. We will not back up on either the TBI side, which when we talk about it as acute brain injury, or even the repeat exposure to blast, which is a chronic piece that I hope many of you got to see me talk about on 60 Minutes and reinforce SOCOM's commitment to that. So you have my commitment to both of those, Representative.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
I yield back.
Thank you, Mr.